Professor Lex Theta stood before the Advanced Galactic Physics Academy, his crystalline form radiating superiority. The semester's cultural inclusion program had forced him to accept a human exchange student. A political gesture, nothing more. Humans had only achieved faster-than-light travel 5 years ago by accident. After all, today, Lex Theta announced, his 7 eyes focusing on the packed amphitheater. We discussed the fundamental equation of cosmic resonance, discovered 8,000 years ago by our greatest minds. The equation materialized in the air, glowing symbols that represented the backbone of all galactic technology. Every species knew it. Every civilization built their technology upon it. This equation, Lex Theta continued, deliberately turning toward the human sitting in the back, is why advanced civilizations like the Crystalline Collective have mastered space travel, while others, he paused meaningfully, stumble upon it through blind luck. The other students laughed, a symphony of clicks, whistles, and harmonics. Jake Martinez, the lone human, just kept taking notes on his primitive paper notebook. Mr. Martinez, Lex Theta said, deciding to make an example. Perhaps you'd like to explain the equation to the class? Show us Earth's mastery of physics. Jake looked up, adjusting his glasses. Sure, but there's an error in your third transform. The amphitheater went silent. Lex Theta's form flickered, his species equivalent of shocked laughter. An error? This equation has been unchanged for 8 millennia. It powers our cities, our ships, our entire civilization. Yeah, about that. Jake stood, walking to the front. May I? Too amused to refuse, Lex Theta gestured to the board. The other students leaned forward, eager to watch the human humiliate himself. Jake picked up the light stylus and began writing. Your equation assumes space-time is uniformly curved, which works fine for about 99.7% of applications. But see, this term here, he circled a section. It creates a recursive loop in highly charged fields. You've probably noticed your FDL drives occasionally have unexplained power fluctuations. Several students exchanged glances. Those fluctuations were considered unavoidable background noise. The error is subtle. Jake continued, rewriting the equation. You're calculating based on 11 dimensions, but you're not accounting for quantum foam fluctuations in the 12th. Earth discovered this because, well, we kind of blew up our first 3 FTL prototypes trying to figure out why the math wasn't working. Preposterous. Lex Theta flared. The 12th dimension is theoretical. Not since 2019, Jake said mildly. We accidentally proved it exists while trying to make a better microwave. Long story. Anyway, if you adjust for the quantum foam like this, he added several lines of equations, you get about 34% more efficiency and eliminate those power fluctuations entirely. A Vorthan student ran the calculations on her quantum processor. Her 6 arms suddenly stopped moving. By the void, he's right. This would revolutionize our entire energy grid. But that's not the interesting part, Jake said, still writing. See, once you correct this error, you can solve for something your equation couldn't handle before. Negative mass propulsion. We've been working on it for 3 years now. Impossible. Lex Theta's form was rapidly shifting colors. Negative mass is a paradox. Only in your original equation. Here, look. Jake filled the air with calculations, his hand moving faster than seemed possible. We call it the Martinez transform. Actually, my mom figured it out. She was trying to fix our coffee maker on a Mars colony, and noticed the gravity field was doing something weird to the water molecules. The completed equation hung in the air. Several professors from other classes had entered, drawn by their students' mental alerts. They stared at the human's work. In stunned silence, Professor Lex Theta ran through the calculations 17 times. Each time, they proved correct. More than correct, they were elegant. They solved problems the collective had attributed to the fundamental chaos of the universe. How? He asked finally, his voice barely a whisper. Jake shrugged. Humans are really good at breaking things. When stuff breaks, you figure out why. We broke physics so many times trying to catch up with you guys that we accidentally figured out how it actually works. He returned to his seat, pulling out his paper notebook again. "Oh, and professor, that equation you use for artificial gravity? There's a similar error in the seventh coefficient. It's why your fields always drift left over time. Want me to fix that one too?" The crystalline professor stood perfectly still, processing. Finally, he spoke. "Class dismissed. Mr. Martinez, please remain. I need to contact the Academy Council and possibly rewrite 8,000 years of physics textbooks." As the students filed out, many stopping to photograph Jake's corrections, one whispered to another, "Did the humans just advance our civilization by accident again?" "No," another replied, staring at the transformed equation. "They advanced it by breaking things until they understood them. That might be worse."